The transmission's leaking on my TH400, actually in two places, but this is going to fix one of them, the JSP speedometer seal kit. Let's show you how that works. I got a nasty transmission leak, and I thought I would show it to you guys right here. And I actually have two different leaks. We're only going to focus on one for this video because it's one specific thing I want to show you. Now, here's the thing is, if yours leaks after a couple of days or longer of sitting, what's probably happening is as you drove it, the torque converter fills with fluid, and so there's less actually sitting in like the transmission pan and everything. By the way, this is a TH400, Turbo Hydromatic 400. And then as it sits, it drains out of your torque converter back into the transmission, so you can develop leaks. It'll get above the pan seam, so if your gasket's leaking, it'll start leaking there, which might be one of my problems. But the other problem that I can see and easily show you guys is the housing for the speedometer. If we get back there, you can see it leaking. Now notice there's an outer ring here, about 2-inch diameter, with that bracket with the bolt is holding in place. It's not leaking from that outer 2-inch O-ring. It's leaking from the cable itself. So we're going to take this off, but I'm going to show you on the inside is there's a gear that you can replace there. If you change your differential ratio, or if you change your tire size, it throws off your speedometer, and inside there's the gear that you can change. But there's also two more seals inside there that can cause a leak. So to take this off, you're just going to probably need pliers on that knurled end where the cable's going to the housing, and then we have to take that bolt off up in the corner, and then I'll be able to show you what that looks like. Hopefully it's a little easier to see this thing over at the bench. So you just unscrew the speedometer cable there, get your pliers or whatever, and take that off. And then this is the bracket, and this was, at least for me, a 1/2-inch bolt right there. You take the bracket off. Now the O-ring is going to still hold this housing in, and for me the easiest way to take it off is screw your speedometer cable back in so you're protecting these threads, and then get your pliers and kind of wiggle it and pull, and it'll pop out of there. So this is the gear you would change if you were changing the differential ratio or your tire size. And these are all color coded, and there's a whole formula for it. That's a different video, but that's how easy it would be to be changing that out. And what we had, as you saw, oil was coming through the cable. So it wasn't this seal on the outer side, although I would replace that as well, but it's the inside here. We can get a look at it. And this moves really easy. There's no tension, but on a new seal, there's a little bit of friction feel to it. I don't know if you can see it. I really can't get a good light in here. We got the larger O-ring. We have the retainer here. And this little rubber seal guy, you can see how the shaft of the gear rides on the inside of that, and then when it gets wore out, it leaks. So first thing we're going to do is take out that guy there, using a little pick like so. I'm just going to get up under there, give it a little pull. And even though we have a new one, we're going to save this old one because you never know when you could use something like that. We'll look at our original seal, compare it to the new one. So the original and the new, you can actually see the inner diameter, how it's smaller on the new one. The old one's just wore out is all. So we're just going to drop this guy right back into place. Try doing it without the pick just because I don't want to accidentally put a hole in it. Make sure it is seated all the way down. Then our new retainer. Give that guy a little push. Should be all ready to go. Drop our guy back in there. Should have checked before with the other one if the gear would stay in. Oh, there we go, got it to come out. If the gear would just fall right out before, see how much more resistance we have on it now. So now we want to replace this outer seal. Since we have it all apart, might as well put a new one on. Hopefully without damaging it, just in case we ever need it. This wasn't leaking, so it's not bad. Yeah, looks the same as that one. All the seals replaced. Now we can put this guy back in. Got it all back in and buttoned up. Not the only good angle I can get you is from way over here, but let's see. Back installed. Make sure you get it lined up right. You can see that the bracket goes into those little tabs there, so that's going to get lined up, tightened up, and one leak down. One still to go. There it is. Thanks for watching.